Hey, what's up everybody? Claudia here. Welcome back to another video where we always strive to be our best version. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is the second day that I actually record this because I recorded it yesterday right in this place. And when I got home, I realized that really I recorded what is behind you. I did not have the camera on myself. So here we are starting over. I'm full of bug bites, but it's totally okay. We're going to roll with this. Today, we're going to talk about your life seasons. I want to compare this to nature. You see, in nature, there are two types of trees. There are deciduous trees and evergreen trees. Evergreen trees are the ones that keep their leaves year-round. They remain green pretty much the entire time. And deciduous trees actually lose their leaves typically in the fall, in the autumn. That is whenever they lose their leaves and they go through a bare winter without any leaves. They go through just the tree trunk and branches and twigs, and during this time it actually gets stronger and it gets bigger and it's able to be more resilient and persistent. And in the spring it actually starts growing its leaves, and then in the summer you see this splendorous, this beautiful green tree. And that is the life of a deciduous tree. You see, in your life isn't much different to that of a deciduous tree, because you, like it, you are really the human form of a deciduous tree, because you also go through stages, you go through seasons in your life. And it could be just in general, like your life in general is a whole season. You see ups and downs and arounds and all kinds of stuff. But also if you look at certain areas of your life, like your relationships and your fitness and nutrition and your finances and your personal development and anything that just involves your life, you go through these fluctuating periods. Nothing is ever perfect, nothing is ever permanent. But there was something so beautiful about that, because whenever you actually embrace your fall seasons, that time whenever life decides to pull leaves out of you, whenever it decides to take something that you have been so comfortable with, something that you love so much. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your relationship, maybe it's money, maybe it's an opportunity that you have been wanting, or maybe it's being injured and not being able to work out like you usually like to work out. And it's so easy for us to sit there and wallow and feel sorry for ourselves and wonder, why did this happen to me? Donald Miller is an American author, and he has a really powerful quote. He says, "The trees are losing their leaves and you don't see one worrying about it." And I was like, wow, that's so true. Because how about if we actually act like a deciduous tree? If we lose our leaves and we actually don't complain about it, and we actually start seeing the beauty in it. You see, whenever you lose those leaves, whenever you lose something that you so much cherish and it makes you fulfilled and happy, and you are forced to go through a winter, so to speak, and you are forced to face all this adversity, hardship, obstacles in your life, it is so easy for you to actually go two ways. You can actually let it break you, or you can actually let it make you. But if you let it make you, how amazing is this? Because the purpose of life taking something from you is because it's going to give you something greater. And typically it's going to give you that in the spring, so to speak, right? Not in the actual spring, perhaps, I don't know, but in the spring of this season, in this area of your life that you are experiencing. However, it is important that you actually prepare yourself and that you grow during this time, that you evolve. Instead of feeling sorry for ourselves and wondering, why did this happen? Say, okay, if this was taken from me, instead of feeling inadequate, instead of feeling doubt, instead of feeling like you're not good enough, okay, like you're not worthy of something, that is why it was taken from you. How about if we work to get even better and get even stronger so that we can be ready whenever that opportunity appears? You know that quote, or you know that saying when people say the master will appear whenever the student is ready? Well, right now is your turn, is your time to be a student and to prepare yourself as much as you possibly can so that whenever that time appears. I'm going to share with you a personal story. Whenever I was in high school, I was junior in high school, it was my dream to get a collegiate scholarship for cross country and track. And to be honest, my junior year, it was done. It was like set. I almost had it. I just had to be a senior and sign it. And then something happened to my legs. I don't know. I didn't know at the time. They weren't working. I literally would say, my legs don't work, my legs don't work. They started going numb and I couldn't run well anymore. Well, I lost every opportunity for a scholarship, but there was this one team who allowed me to walk on. Basically, I was part of the team, but I wasn't getting paid for it like everybody else. They gave me a chance. Well, that whole year, because my condition continued, I was running awfully. It was awful. It was an awful season. and the coach pretty much kicked me off the team. I got fired from the sport, and it was an awful time in my life. I could not believe that this was happening. How did I go from being a good runner, or a decent runner at least, with scholarship opportunities, to not having anything and getting kicked off the team? At that moment, I decided to go to another school. Something in me told me, you have to go to another school. And I just took it as like a time for growth. Well, when I got there, they asked me to be on the team. I walked on again. They gave me an opportunity so that I could prove myself. I kept getting injuries. I kept getting shin splints, stress fractures, fracturing my feet. I broke my rib one time, and then my legs were still going numb until one day somebody discovered that I needed surgery, and I got that surgery. Well, it was really 3 years in total of just down after down after down, fall and winter, fall and winter, fall and winter. And life would give me a little bit and it would take it away. And it would give me a little and it would take it away. I was preparing myself the entire time, mentally. I was preparing myself physically. I was preparing myself in every way that I possibly could, to the moment that whenever my spring came, oh my gosh, I had win after win after win after win. I was so ready. My running career was an entire season, like as a whole. It was an entire season. I had ups, I had downs, but the downs made me so much stronger. And whenever I came up, I shot right back up. And then sometimes I went back down, and it was a constant roller coaster. But I understood, I learned, I got it. I understood that every time I go down, you better do something about it. You better get something out of it. You're not down there for nothing. Okay, you're down there for a reason. So if you're already down there, might as well make something good out of it. And that is exactly what I did. And your life isn't any different. You and I are the same. We are both a human form of a deciduous tree. We lose our leaves, but then we gain it. It is life's way of filtering what you no longer need to give you something even better. It is making room in your life. It is making space for you to improve your life, something better than you have ever imagined. That law of attraction, those things that you have been desiring so much in your heart, that relationship, that opportunity, that paycheck that you so badly want, that you dream about, that you think about, that house, the furniture, the cars, everything, helping so many people in the world, everything that you have ever wanted and can imagine, something was taken from you so that it can give you that and more. Always remember that whenever you maintain yourself in alignment, whenever you actually acknowledge that everything in life happens for a reason, and you stay positive about everything that happens, and you stay focused on what you want, life is going to give you what you want and more. And that is the beauty of it. So whenever you're down there, whenever you're having a fall season, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, say, you know what, I know that I don't like it right now, but I will later understand. And in the meantime, I'm going to prepare myself, because I know that I live life forward and I understand backwards. And right now I'm just going to keep living and enjoying and growing and empowering myself and others. And I will later understand why this happened in my life. That is what I have for you guys today. Don't forget to keep growing, evolving, be the best form of a deciduous tree that you can possibly be. Don't forget to be your best version. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.